work. Changing machines again. Let's see. Wi-Fi looks good. Sound looks good. We changed to a different computer on Wednesday, and now we're changing again to another computer here on Friday. That's not bad news. The MacBook is back. We're back to our standard setup. I took it into Apple on Tuesday morning, 10:30 appointment at the Genius Bar, as they call it. She took it from me. That was Tuesday morning. And yesterday in the shop, Thursday afternoon, about 2:30 or so, 3 o'clock or so, delivery man comes in and here it is. 2 days. Marco is going to crap himself. I'm sorry. He took whatever it was, 27 days. But I guess that's what you get when you live in a world capital, one of their biggest markets. So, new battery. Looks good. They didn't do anything else as promised or as threatened. They didn't do anything else. It's still dusty. They didn't even give it an air cleaning. But it has, as according to the spec sheets, a new battery. So this machine, as far as I can see, should be good for another 3, 4, 5 years. And the rocking test, yes, it's flat. It's absolutely flat. I can't detect any rocking at all. So I'm a happy camper. What can I say? Happy camper. Okay, we're doing today, we're back to sort of a normal stream. We've got a bunch of stuff today. Tracking chips, yeah, right. They don't need to do that. They've got everything else already. What's going to happen today? I'm doing a normal carving. There is some show and tells, a bunch of different show and tells, actually. Yeah, we've got a bunch of auction goods in, and we've also got some embarrassing show and tell. Paper is out. 4 packs today. Sugi-san is doing a group of Fox Moon, the Ukiyo Heroes series, the second one we issued in Ukiyo Heroes. Dei-chan is doing portraits print, the one from Snake, the character we call Snake. And Kawai-san is doing, he's doing JJ February print. He'll be finished that today, and he's moving on to JJ April. We've got to reprint all the Japan Journey prints because so many people are waiting. So, question: what was the book where the pilot mechanic shared philosophy and became a philosopher? Yes, it was called Around the Bend, and it was written by a guy whose pen name was Neville Shute, S-H-U-T-E. The book was Round the Bend. Why do you bring that up this morning? It's funny you mentioned that today, actually, because Cameron and I were having a discussion yesterday involving just that topic, actually, not yesterday, on Tuesday. Anyway, Dave, get some work done. You guys are okay? Chat with yourself for a minute. I'll do a bit of work here. Yeah, we have some good show and tell today. Some interesting show and tell and some embarrassing show and tell. Getting the computer back yesterday, it was really funny. The delivery man came and we're thinking, is this auction goods? I don't think I bought anything yesterday, whatever. And I didn't see the package myself, and somebody said, hey, package for you, it's from Apple. And I'm like, what would they be sending me, because I didn't expect it. So. And we looked at it, and of course it was a laptop. And I'm like, I actually, and this sounds a bit embarrassing, I'm sorry, I actually wasn't so happy to see it. Of course I am, and I got my computer back, I'm happy. But what I meant was, the 2 days since I took it in have been a bit of a different routine for me. Normally I'm tethered to that thing basically all day long. And I do email bit by bit all day long, do this and that all day long. I'm tethered to it. And I have a sort of feeling in my own mind, David's sense of superiority here. I'm not like all those other people. They've got these smartphones, they're watching all day long, put hands in the pocket, take it out, hands in, I'm not like that. I don't do that stuff, But of course I do, but I just do it with a laptop. I do it in a clumsy way. I'm still tethered to that thing. I'm still just as, is addicted the right word? I'm not sure, because I'm doing this for business, but whatever. So anyway, the last couple of days without the laptop has been, I've had a real feeling of, okay, Dave, learn to live without this thing. Remember this, get some analog work done, get back to your carving bench or something. And it was the beginning for me of a kind of experiment to just keep away from all this communication stuff for a couple of days. So I didn't try and keep up with the email from a different computer. I just basically ignored the stuff. Cameron's doing all the business emails, so it doesn't need me to be online all the time. So I was really coming after 2 days of it I was really coming to start to enjoy this feeling of a little bit of, I don't want to exaggerate, but a little bit of liberation from that routine and that stuff. And I was looking forward to the experiment as it would progress over the course of a week. And then I was thinking that, yeah, when the computer comes back next week, we'll try and sort this out. How much time each day you should spend on it, stuff like this. And then bang, there it was, Tuesday afternoon, all of a sudden, yesterday afternoon, all of a sudden, there it is, back again. Emails clamoring for attention, blah, 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 blah. End of experiment. So last night, in consideration of this feeling of a bit of a disappointment to see the computer back and, oh my God, I got to get back to work. I didn't do anything with it last night. I left it alone. I didn't open the email program. I didn't do anything. I went out for a walk. Had a real nice dinner as usual. Then after dinner, instead of coming back and starting the evening routine with the mail and the business and stuff, I didn't do that. I went to a convenience store, got an ice cream cone, sat on the steps of Sensoji Temple, just tried to relax for a while. I'm sitting there and the guard man comes over, in Japanese, gestures me away. He thinks I'm a foreigner, whatever, gestures me away. Yeah, can't sit here, can't sit here. And they're really strict about that. They don't let people loiter on the steps of Sensoji Temple, even though it's a perfect place to sit and enjoy the sky tree and people watch and stuff like that. They're on you in like 3 or 4 minutes. The security man comes over, gestures, can't sit here, can't sit here, blah, 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 blah. So I do the thing like I don't speak Japanese. What do you do? I'm okay. It's all right to sit here. This is Sensoji. I'm speaking in English, pretending that I'm a tourist and can't speak Japanese. And he looks at me sideways, and then he says, in Japanese, Senjitsu terebi mita desho? Anata wa Tokyo ni sunderu desho? He's pointing at me and yelling at me, I saw you on TV there. You live in Japan. So what do? I just get up and whatever, walk away. You can't do anything, So it's my new life. You can't even pick your nose or anything because they know who you are. Yeah. Oh well. Footsteps, footsteps, footsteps. She's gone across the street. I didn't see her. He's jabbing at me with his finger. You're not supposed to do that in Japan. Whatever. I was the one who started the impoliteness. Fair enough. How are we doing here this morning? So who's up? The usual, as you can see, it's beautiful out there. The rainy season does seem to have finally ended, at least here in the Kanto area. And it is hot, hot, hot. I've got the door open now, but by the time the staff gets here, it's going to be baking in here. Absolutely baking. There's no way you can run a shop with the door open like this now. We'll have to put the air conditioner on. It sounds like another delivery for the kimono shop next door. They are going nuts. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. And the last couple of evenings, I saw it last night and I saw it again the evening before. After they close, there's been trucks delivering stuff. And I remember this now from last year. It's the kimono rental shop next door. And what's happening is tomorrow, this is not today, tomorrow is the famous Sumida Fireworks Festival. And the weather forecast is good. It's been raining for the last couple of years on the fireworks festival. The forecast now is for clear. And this will be happening Saturday night. And I remember now the kimono rental shop next door. This is their big day of the year. I mean, they're big every day. This is a big outfit. These guys do a lot of business every day. They're crowded. But Saturday, they are going to go absolutely nuts. All these young girls all over the place, they have the idea that let's go to watch the fireworks. And of course, you go and watch the fireworks, not in a dressy kimono, but you do it in a summer yukata, which these days kids just don't have anymore. They don't own these things. So it's a deal to spend the day in a saksa. You come down in the morning or the afternoon, early afternoon, whatever, rent your kimono. We're using the word kimono loosely here. It's actually a summer yukata, a light thing. And your geta. And you prance around the afternoon enjoying this, drink some tea here, have a look at this, have a look at that, take a picture at the temple, and then when the evening falls, watch the fireworks. They do a special, the kimono rental shop does a special program for this. They keep open late so that you can return it after the festival and stuff like that. I think they have a morning drop-off as well, I'm not sure. But they are going to be absolutely flooded. There will be a lineup at, I don't even know what time, 7:30 in the morning or something. So for the past few days, trucks have just been delivering stuff. And they're obviously delivering, kimono, geta, sandals, the whole thing. The beer companies are going to be stocking up their restaurants here. We'll have kegs and kegs and kegs lined up. There will be so much beer consumed within 3 or 4 kilometers of this spot that you could float the city with it. For us, it'll be a normal day. There will be lots and lots of people walking by outside, so there might be more people than normal dropping into the shop. But other than that, it doesn't do anything for us. Whatever party reservations are here, we'll do the party reservations. But there'll be no shopping. Nobody can think about shopping and buying stuff and then walking around carrying your goods in a city, in such a huge crowd. So for us, these special event days, the fireworks festival, the New Year thing, the Sanja Matsuri, these days when there's a bajillion people here, they don't help our business at all. But it's going to be fun to watch. The crowds all day and the people watching and then the fireworks in the evening. We can sort of see them from our roof, not really well, but we get a fair view of part of the area from up on our roof. We're not planning our own staff party this year. We tried it 2 years in a row and got rained out, so this year we gave up. We had our own party about 2 weeks ago. I thought we rented a nice little restaurant and had a really pleasant dinner together. I was like, good morning. Poke around if you like. We're not open. We're actually live, just so you know.
Oh.
You're live on World Broadcast TV here. So we do a stream in the mornings like this while I'm carving in the quiet time. So I don't know if you know about Twitch, but there's a Twitch stream.
Yes, I do know Twitch. We were here the other day, actually.
Pardon me?
We were here the other day and we bought some stuff. I was going to buy another thing, but if you were busy, I can come back.
I can help you.
Doing your thing.
Well, these guys are cool. They can cool.
You sure?
No problem. You're cool, right? They're cool.
Use your poor keyboard.
What we do is this, so the camera's here, it's on the thing, and there's the other key, the camera shows from here, and then we've got a third camera which actually shows outside, because, yeah, you're not quite on it right now, but
Okay. I think I'll stay that way.
and it's whatever, it's not thousands of people, it's whatever, 80 people or something, it's watch many mornings, so. They're cool, fine, talk to you for a minute.
So,
I'm sorry, don't you really have, I have my glasses on here.
Ross,
Okay, David, was I here when you were?
You were not.
Ah, okay, then I don't need to.
You don't need to
Okay.
remember me, you're off
No
the-
guilty conscience here.
that guy.
Is that someone? I didn't see your
It is not.
check.
You should or somebody in.
This spot. Oh, so you want to take it, me? You can.
I was gonna have you ship it with the rest of the stuff.
Ah, have we, so we were holding something for you,
We
weren't we?
may have, yeah, because you weren't gonna ship it yet because we weren't gonna be home to receive it, so
Okay.
it'll all be with the same
So it
collection.
should be somewhere, it might be packed, what name am I looking
I
for?
think that's it. Anita Lee?
Okay. They have, no problem, if you need. Add to that.
Now, I don't have my passport with me, but I have a photo of my
It's being
passport.
shipped, we don't need that.
Oh, that's
Anything
right.
being shipped is tax-free, so they should have asked you for that in the first place.
I think we went through this and realized the same thing.
Okay. It's the one on the left, is it?
Yes.
Have you been to that place, Horyuji? Because that's a real.
No, I'm on my way right
Ah,
now.
okay. I haven't been there in over 30 years, so I
Oh,
can't
really?
there, but I whether the temple and pagoda must be the same, but whether the surrounding area is still, I don't know. These guys also, they carefully curate the stuff, they take out buildings and wires and everything, so whether it looks exactly like that, I'm not gonna guarantee. But the place is there. Yeah, the kids the other day, did they know how much to talk to you about what this is and who made it and stuff like this?
I'm not sure if they did.
Okay, the block's original, it's Showa 13. Showa 26 is when it was more than 51. This is Showa 13, 13 years before 1951. 41, 1938 is when the things first made. When the blocks were carved, when the first batch of prints were made. None of the Japanese prints have English numbers. This is printed matter. Print some, print some. The blocks were there. People still find it. The blocks are still in very rare condition. As you can see, this is made printed by Seki-san. I think that idea just before the millennium, 1996 or 97, the top printers in town. Actually, he's one of the ones that helped me get started back in the 80s. So this is the hand company who has been acting as publishers since the 1930s. And they at the moment are in, not frozen, what's the word? They're in stasis. They're not actively operating these days because there's no printers in town. So we're using some of their blocks to print prints here and pay them over to for the use of the blocks.
I see.
But this particular one comes from their stock from the university.
So you printed it here off of
No,
there?
I'm saying Seki-san.
Seki-san printed it.
We are printing some other ones, you know.
But you know, I see.
But this one is not the one we're printing.
I see.
This one's left over from the 1990s. Printer Seki-san, who was one of the top guys in town at the time. The previous motorcycle in the back of our car.
And does I assume the skill of the printer is very important, just as the skill of the original artist.
Actually, much more so.
Really?
More so. Yeah, look, I'm a printer, so I did this my side of the story. The artist sketched it and did watercolor work and the big roll guys, and then it's over to the carvers and printers to actually turn this into a real thing.
Right.
And also not just to do one print, but to make them one by one by one by one the same
Right.
job. And if the publisher is careless, not supervising their printers carefully, then the printers just get quicker and sloppier and quicker and sloppier. And at that time, they were still strict with this, and 6-7 was a very, very highly skilled craftsman. So this is kind of a bit of a leftover, I can't say relic, because it's not that old, we're talking about 20 years ago. But we're looking more.
Yeah.
Our printers are new when you're ready, perfect like this. We will be doing this at some point.
Yeah.
In the next 10 more years. We've got access to those bottles, and when our kids are trained to that level, we hope to be.
Gotcha.
Sorry, talk too much, I guess.
No. And then my youngest son really was really bummed out. It is in fact his it is now his wallpaper on his phone.
This particular image?
Yeah.
Really?
He made it that before he left the shop.
Okay. So, and then you hit it down there now, are you?
Yes.
Tax comes off because it's. Did you guess it?
Yes.
Cards in? Cash cards?
Yes.
So this is what I think the rights. And they were holding it around after August 12th, very soon. Well,
Well, thank you very much.
thanks for supporting our work in general. It seems like quite a big and heavy package.
All right. Back to
Okay, you're
back
back
to
to it.
Twitch. Thanks a lot.
All right, thanks again. Thank you. Thanks, guys. Sorry for the interruption. Hi. No, they were here yesterday. I didn't see them. I was upstairs doing sizing work yesterday, so I didn't see them. But they were here yesterday. Got some prints. Came back to add one more. So. Speak louder. You mean over there? Sorry. Okay, back to work, back to work. We do have lots of stuff here to do today. Cameron should be here at his normal time, around the same time as the garbage man, I think. What's that? Oh, that's the delivery for the oyster restaurant next door. You know that. We see that all the time. Where was I? The gentleman there actually is more lucky than he knows. I don't know if you heard me chatting about it. He got one of the Doi Hunger prints. And you know the Doi Hunger prints come in different flavors. Some of them we're printing ourselves here, very, very few of them, 3 or 4 or 5 of them from their catalog, from their block sets we're printing. But most of the large Oban prints, we just don't have the printing skills here yet to be able to do those. So we're printing some small postcard size prints, and we're printing some of the Mitsigiri-ban prints, the ones that are 1/3 of a sheet of paper. But as for the Oban prints, we just don't have the skill here. So there's 2 groups available from the Doi Hunger Company. They are sending some out to printers in town here. Itakura-san has been doing that. And these are passable, but they are not great compared to the stuff in the old days. And then they still do have stock left in their drawers from when they were an active publishing company back in the 1980s and 1990s. And the one that the gentleman just took right now, it's Horyuji, the pagoda at Horyuji, and it's from their old stock. And the printer's name is Kenji Seki. He's dead now. He died in nearly 20 years ago now. Ran his motorbike into the back of a parked car, and he wasn't even drunk. But he's one of the guys who helped me a real lot back at the beginning. He actually came over to my house one day in 1989 and called me to visit his workshop, and I went over there to give me a bunch of pigments and some advice. He was a real helpful guy to me. So to see his name there on the print, printed by Kenji Seki, it's whatever funny feeling for me, If he couldn't have possibly known back when he was just advising me and helping me back in 1989. Such a transaction would happen. Here I am showing his prints to the world and selling them and sending them around and whatever. He worked for the Doihanga people for quite a long time until there was a huge problem, and they fired him out of there. He never worked at their place. He worked at home, and that was the problem. They would send him the blocks and a batch of paper, say 100 sheets, whatever. Here's Seki-san, make 100 copies of this print, and he would send it back and along with the blocks, and they'd pay him for the 100 sheets he'd sent in. But he himself ended up playing fast and loose with the system, and while he was making their 100 copies, he put in extra paper, and just for testing or something, ran off a few copies of his own. This went on for nobody knows how long, and one day he's in a department store doing a little demonstration. The department stores will hire craftsmen to sit there and give a little demo and sell stuff on the side. Like a demonstration and spot sale, whatever you call it in English. And he's doing one of these one day in a department store, and the woman who runs Doihanga came along, just, "Oh, Seki-san, how you doing? Looks great. Hi." And I guess what happened, of course, was that he had a bunch of prints on the display stand that he had made with their blocks without their permission. And that's it. She went straight to a lawyer. That was the end of that. So they, of course, never worked with him again, and nor did any other publisher. I mean, everybody sort of knows this sort of thing has been going on a little bit in the background. And as long as none of the printers abused it too much, you're sort of, whatever. It's sort of a skimming off the top system. But he clearly just abused it way too much. So that was it. So he became a total black sheep. This happened, I don't know, late 1990s, I don't know exactly. After I met him. And that was that. So from then on in, he didn't get any work from anybody. So he started making his own work. He'd get pieces of plywood, chop rough mountain shapes and tree shapes into them, really roughly. But it didn't matter because he was such a good printer. This guy could take an old barn door that you'd picked up off the ground, and he could make a beautiful looking print with it. Because he was just so good at making impression on paper and using colors and making bokashi and stuff. So he had his own line of prints. They were sort of landscapes, surreal, misty landscapes, just based on vague shapes of mountains and trees. And that's it. He did the department store demonstrations on his own from then on with whatever he had left over from his pirate day. It's too bad because he was really skillful. He was Top Gun, absolute Top Gun. He could make a good living without having to pirate stuff. It's really too bad. He just used to tell stories that were obviously, as they were coming out of his mouth, you knew they were exaggerated, but whatever. There's one episode, sometimes in the early years when I was making the poet series, because he had helped me a little bit and invited me to his place, on occasional times during that poet series, I'd get in trouble with something, couldn't figure out what to do, and I'd, call him up. And on one occasion, it must have been, remember the print design, so it must have been in the 4th year of the series, I was having real trouble. The sizing had been bad. It had been really too weak, the sizing. And as I'm trying to print, the paper is feathering from the front. You put your pigment and paste on, put the paper down, rub it, you pull it up, and the sizing is weak, and the front of the paper feathers up and all that stuff. I was just floored. I didn't know what to do. That's it. The prints that month were destroyed. Customers were waiting. What am I going to do? So I phone him up. He says, well, whatever, bring it over. So I took over a few sheets of the paper along with, a couple of the prints I had made, and they were all feathered. And he looked at it, felt the paper, and said, yeah, this is really, really nice sizing, nice and soft, just perfect. Recently, it's usually too hard, and it's just perfect. And I'm like, look at the feathering. He says, that's nothing. So he grabs a sheet of this print, one that I've done without the feathering, without it hasn't been spoiled yet. And he quickly takes a brush and moistens it. Bang, 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 bang. He throws it into his current print package. He's making some Hiroshige landscape or something. I don't even remember what it was. So he moistens it right away. Normally we moisten our paper like the day before, but what are you going to do? I'm standing with a piece of dry paper. He wants to print it. So he moistens it, throws it into his pack, and we chat for a minute. He feels it in 1 minute, feels it. Okay, that's good to go. And then he gets his Hiroshige print that he's got right in front of him, slaps on some pigment, slaps on some paste. I mean, he doesn't have my design that I'm carving, but it doesn't matter. And he rubs. It's a gradation, blah, 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 blah. Lots of paste, lots of pigment. Looks at me, get this? Look, lots of paste, right? Lots of pigment, right? Got this? I'm like, so much paste. It's the paste that's causing the stickiness problem. Whatever. Anyway, I just watch. He says, watch, I watch. He then pulls the paper, my sheet of paper, out of his damp pack, puts it on, and he shows off. He gets his Baron eye squint, and he puts more power in this than I have ever seen anybody print a print with. Bang, 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 bang. And I'm just like, this is like printing Kleenex tissue. This paper has weak sizing. When I try and print it gently, it still feathers, and he's put lots of paste on, and he's rammed it in. Bang, 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 bang. He looks at me, goes with one hand, pops up, and without looking at it, he passes it to me. I'm like ready to see just a wet mass of crap. And of course, the end of the story. It's perfect. There's no feathering. There's no nothing. It's perfect against all the rules that I felt were the rules. Too much pressure, too much paste, too much everything. He just looks at me and says, what do you think? And I'm like, of course, I don't remember what I said in words, but yeah, this is, but so much paste, so much pressure. Like I'm asking, explain more. And he doesn't explain anything. See, that's it. It's okay. The paper's okay. Like gestures. Go away, go home. And that was his deal. You don't explain anything. And some other time when I was visiting him, he said this, you can't explain this in words. When I was a little kid, I went in the workshop, they didn't tell me anything. I had to watch. There's this Japanese expression, Geo Nusumu, you have to steal the art. They don't tell you anything. Part of it is obstreperousness. They didn't tell me when I was a kid, so I'm not going to tell you. And part of it is you can't communicate these things in words. Telling somebody, use less paste, it doesn't help them. It's like give a man a fish or teach him how to fish. It's the same thing. So he never explained. I went home. There's got to be a way to do this. I don't even remember now. I struggled. Eventually got the prints done and out the door. Garbage man. A bit slow on the update today. I see comments here. Comments. Name of the printer, Kenji Seki. His last name is Seki, first name is Kenji. He's been gone for decades. Super. He was number one of his generation. Number one. Number one. Not a pleasant human being, actually, but he loved money so much. It's a kind of a problem to show. He loved money too much. Although having said that, it's easy to say that because his childhood and upbringing actually were quite difficult. So it's okay. You're just hunting for stability and stuff like that. So fair enough. He was very friendly to me, very helpful to me. I have no reason to be hostile to him at all. But the rest of the printmaking world here really didn't like him at all. Oh, look who's here, Cameron. You and the garbage arrived together?
Yeah.
Today. They didn't seem to be running quite so fast today. I don't know.
Yeah. Slacking up.
Yeah, slackers. It only took them 10 seconds to do the whole street. You know. How you doing this morning, sir? Beautiful day.
Yeah, it's humid still, but that's Japan. Really still cool. But it's sunny. I could see Mount Fuji. I couldn't believe it.
Really?
Yeah.
Early in the morning.
My train station. Usually, or lately, it's just been cloudy, foggy, rainy.
Switch over. They're saying hi cam.
Hi, everyone.
Where are we say? What do I have to do? I have to switch off the FaceTime camera and move this camera up. You're going to resume it. Got it. Here we go. I'm on the heat sink here. The heat sink, not heat sink. Whatever.
Oh, it's a platform so that it doesn't melt.
What's this, Cameron? Are you going to let Dave? Did I call you garbage? I didn't say anything like that.
You said I came in with the garbage.
No, I said you arrived at the same time as the garbage. Whatever. Was that supposed to be an inference?
I hope not.
I don't know. I don't think so. Do I have to watch my language that carefully? This is Japan, I guess so. Whatever. Here we go. I'll turn around. This machine is warm today,
Yeah.
Which is why I got it up on the feet.
I'm actually going to get a glass of water.
I wish there was no rush.
You need anything?
No, sir. I'm cool. Thanks.
I'll be there in just a moment. Hot morning back there.
Well, don't leave the fan on. That you've put the ceiling fan on.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I did both. As long as I keep it away from the computer, it's okay if I bring it over there, right?
Liquid and computer keyboards, right? So. When the computer came back yesterday, it came back so fast. I was
2
thinking.
days.
But what I was thinking was actually maybe they didn't do anything because remember we gave them instructions. If they open it and find something they're going to charge me 65,000 yen for, I told them
Yeah.
to send it back.
But
so I was thinking they may have done that, but no. It's the
did it?
The repair slip says battery has been replaced. Blah 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 blah. So.
Well, very cool. It's nice to get it in a tenth the time that our friend in Europe had.
But then the sheet that came with it had English on one side and Japanese on the other side.
Huh.
The Japanese side says, I don't know where it is. I think it's upstairs. The Japanese side said, accepted under the battery replacement program, battery replaced, returned it to customer. The English side says, issues were found that were not covered by our battery replacement program, so no other extra work has been performed on this.
Huh.
The English and Japanese don't match. They're different. It's not handwritten, it's a stock form.
Yeah.
Stock form.
Huh. Sorry, T. Wallace, I think by the time a glass of water with ice gets to you, it won't have the ice. The ice will have melted.
Like he doesn't have a local supply. We've already sold one print this morning, a Doi Hunger print.
To whom?
There must have been a family in yesterday while I was upstairs doing the sizing, so I didn't see them. They came in and bought a bunch of prints, asked for it to be shipped. And they came in today this morning. He came in this morning to add one.
I forgot one.
It wasn't forgotten, just added more. I think they'd been discussing it, or I don't know, budget or whatever.
Was it?
The Horyuji Doi Hunger.
Okay. Yes.
It's the matching one to that one over there behind the.
Okay, yeah.
In fact, it's all packed up.
Okay, yeah, they were in here a while looking at different things. Really nice family.
Yeah, that's what he said. And he said his son really liked that one. He set it already as his wallpaper on his phone.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay, I remember the family. They're really nice guys.
See, Poker, he came, ducked his own head under the shutter, you know, like that kind of thing.
You open yet? Cool. Quinn Gummy asks, did you get your 3-year visa, Cam? You talked to everyone?
Yeah.
I did.
No, I didn't mention it. No,
Oh,
I didn't.
okay. Yes, it worked out this time. Woohoo!
So we're stuck with you for 3 more years. All right. Good. Yeah, if there's anything we can learn from this to help with that HN thing, I don't know if there's any transferable information or data or whatever.
Because you're the same employer, we're using all the same information.
But they're accepting me as enough of a stable employer to allow this.
Yeah.
So I'm saying nothing with you, but from my point of view.
Right.
So can we do this on her next application? That I have other people here on work basis. If we could include that information, it's really they're okay then. Blah blah blah. Stamp. You know what I'm getting at?
I hope so.
Leverage this for the next one.
Well, on the form it says how many employees work at your workplace and how many of them are foreigners, and so I filled it in truthfully, saying how many people we had here, but it doesn't say how many are officially sponsored.
Exactly. Foreigners could be people like Audrey or whatever,
who have a main job and then here part time. So.
We have some show and tell today, some interesting show and tell. Some interesting and some embarrassing show and tell.
Embarrassing show.
Yeah, not embarrassing for me, but embarrassing.
For another workshop. Good. How was your commute in today? It was hot bike ride, but I got to sit on the train, and then the air conditioner wasn't strong enough for how many people were in there, so everyone was just
sweating,
dripping. It was hot. I've been away for some weeks and just noticed that the 2 ghost story prints are not in your online catalog anymore. Will they be back in stock in the future?
They're finished. Yeah. They're finished.
She wants to focus on new designs.
Yeah.
So
the experiment of Mocha Hong Kong taking over them for printing went ahead, we think, very successfully, but from her point of view, no. So she wasn't willing to authorize the prints we made, so we're out of the business of making Shiba-san prints. It's just back to her hobby business. If she does get some finished ever in the future, we will happily put them in the shop. Yep. At the moment, she's not going to be printing any of the past ones because she wants to make a new print.
Yeah.
So we gave her the option of becoming a publisher of her work. We tried it. We made some. And she wasn't, honestly speaking, she wasn't happy with the results. Even though we actually were, she wasn't. So that's the end of that experiment. So I'm sorry, case closed. They are now finished. Watch her, follow her Instagram. She's on Instagram, right?
She does, but I think she's posted twice on it.
But I mean, if she does get a new print up, she will.
Then she should,
there. So follow her Instagram if you're interested in her work. Other than that, we can't help you.
Oh, sad face. Glad I got at least one. Thanks
sad
for your
face
response.
for you, sad wallet for me, but whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, we're all bummed. We wanted to see more of those prints because they're very interesting, and it was looking good to have it work out, but oh well. I should have seen it coming though, because it's the same experience that I've had myself with different people, and Saiki-san with Okada-san. An artist who is too demanding destroys the whole project. It happened with Gary Lutke and me, the 2 prints we published together. I'll never ever do another one. They're just too demanding. Okada-san, he's out of the print business because he was too demanding. Aimi-san, same thing. It drives home how lucky, or not lucky, or whatever, to have someone like Jed who understands his part of the process to create the design and then recognizes that the wood blockiness of it, the woodblock part it will look different.
It will look different, and it's handled best by other professionals. Yeah. And he has been willing and happy to let go at the point where he needs to let go. He doesn't give me 100% carte blanche. We don't muck with his stuff. Yeah. We take his work and do as best we can to make a beautiful woodblock print out of it, and he recognizes that. Yeah. And without that, we wouldn't be able to work with Jed, and we wouldn't be where we are today, and he wouldn't be where he is today. Yeah. And Shiba-san is going to relish in obscurity, languish in obscurity. That's just it. We've chatted with her about this, and enough. I shouldn't talk about it.
Sorry, bringing up trouble. This is broadcasting from Okada. I still think that's cool that you're using that font in your note at the top of the broadcast.
It's an older version, I think. Still, I'm not sure which one I've installed. Soka. I did a bit of research last night.
Okay.
Marku-san, he may be here or not, or coming in later watching this archive. He sent the font over in a few different formats. .otf, open type font.
Right.
.eof,
EOF, EOT, something.
EOT, whatever. It's a Microsoft proprietary format designed for fonts to be downloaded into Explorer. Doesn't work with anything else except Internet Explorer, Microsoft products.
Got it.
So, bang, forget it. We will not be using that. And the other one, WOTT. It's
Right.
Web Open. Ow! I looked up.
No, I thought it was WOFF. It's like it looks like Wolf for the first time.
Okay.
I saw it,
Web
yeah.
Open. Okay, Web Open font format.
Font format.
That sounds right. Whatever.
Okay.
And this is done in reaction to the EOF thing that Microsoft did.
Okay.
Let's do it. And these are just simply packages.
Yeah.
These are package delivery systems for
Of
what
the
is
same-
the same thing.
Same thing. Okay.
But WOFF does seem to be gaining traction, and it is
Okay.
platform agnostic, platform independent, mobile, whatever. No, of course. So we will be delivering our font in two formats: OTF, which is global
Yeah.
thing, and WO, or however it's pronounced. And I said, Marku will be delivering them to us in those formats, which we will be passing on. So.
Yeah.
And it was fun. I think we can mention this on the stream without. I'm not shooting at him when I say this. He is a young man interested in font design and stuff like this, and he wrote back to me about the delivery schedule and the time and stuff like this. And he's probably listening. So and he mentioned, Dave, I guess you probably know this already, but the word font. He talked about what this thing. It's not a font. It's not the Hasegawa font. And in the old days, the font was the tray of type that is sitting in here is one font, meaning the physical tray of metal slugs. And it was the face, the typeface is the thing that we are now using the word font. In other words, Hasegawa is a typeface, Times Roman is a typeface, Helvetica, blah, blah, blah. So for him to read my website, here's the Hasegawa font, we're going to blah, blah. And he's like, because he knows how to use these words as a professional, he's, ouch, 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 ouch. I'm on both sides. I understand a little bit the professional usage of the word, but the real world, whether he likes it or not, if you look at the dictionary, the real world now uses the word font to mean the face.
Yeah.
So I get it. So I think they're fighting a rearguard action about it.
Yeah. What do you say? The Hasegawa
It's a face.
regular font, Hasegawa bold font, Hasegawa italics font. Is that what
The font
would
is
be
the
a font?
delivery system. It's the way that the face becomes real in the world. In the old days, it was a collection of metal slugs.
Okay.
There is the font.
Yeah.
What's the typeface? Oh, yeah, let's see. Okay, the typeface is Hasegawa. But the thing, that collection of metal slugs, was the font.
Okay.
And we have the italic font for this and stuff like that.
Interesting.
So,
okay. Huh.
so it's okay. We will be delivering, the font is now .otf. That is the font, the delivery system for this particular typeface. So the word has meaning.
Yeah.
But nowadays, laymen, you and me,
Yeah.
we just use font to mean typeface.
Yeah.
And people like him are still fighting the rearguard action.
Yeah.
No, world, that's not what the word means. No. But there's this tsunami of general usage which has taken over. So.
Yeah. It's different, but it's reminding me of animated GIF or GIF. The guy who made it up says it's supposed to be a GIF. The guy who designed the format or something, but most everyone else calls them GIFs. Although now it's, I don't know, swinging both. I don't know, people are using
That
both
goes back to
now.
not the question of animated, the format itself.
Yeah, the format
so
itself,
not the
yeah.
animation version, the
Right.
format itself.
Yeah,
It's graphics interchange format.
Mm-hmm.
So he shortened it to GIF.
thinking it would be pronounced GIF.
Okay,
But-
so is he allowed to dictate
Yeah.
whatever it is? Okay, I don't know.
Right. Because G, I guess, starts.
It depends, culture
but,
dependent too, right? So,
Yeah. Interesting. But,
well, in English, when you have G followed by I, what a gift is hard
gift.
G.
Yeah.
Do we have any soft G's in English? G followed by a vowel?
Pigeon has GEON at the end, but
That's
different.
clearly not an English native word. That's from French or Spanish or something. Whatever.
General usage would call you an artist instead of an engineer.
G followed by E. So general, this has the J sound. Ghibli, that's an Italian word.
Yeah.
Okay, so English has so many sources from different ways that we can do it either way then. So that's the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you drinking more? You're going to be drunk by noon.
My forest water. Yeah. Mori no mizu. Drunk. I think I'll just be making visits to the next.
You and me both. So we have a competition today, see who can get in there the most times, you know. Camera up on the door.
Fortunately, there are 3 in the building, so I think we'll be okay.
Oh.
Giraffe, someone said.
Okay. So really, so in English then, but again, that's as a reflection of our multiple sources of these words in English. So there's no standard system. Yeah.
Gordon Gallagher says Ghibli is Italian.
Hey, look it up.
Ghibli. I don't remember where it's from. I thought it was like Arabic.
No,
or
it
something.
is. It's Italian, and it means something like the flow of wind or something. Look it up. No, I know Miyazaki-san himself says this is he's into the aviation and flying and wind and whatever, and he picked the word.
Got it.
It's one of those the wind that blows from Sahara across Italy or something. Look it up. I'm not making this up. But, I don't know how to spell it. We spell it here with a G-H-I-B-L-I, but in Italian maybe it says G-I-B-L-I with an H or something. I don't know, whatever. And maybe he misheard it. It could be Miyazaki-san's mishearing of an Italian word or something, whatever. But that's his spoken...
That's the story, and he's sticking to it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm not making that up. You just look it up.
I fished for fun, got river in winter. So thank you for your
the
support.
solitude, so month by month.
Series.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you. Beautiful collection. I hope I'm feeling it. So. It'll be the end of it. It'll never happen again. I won't be making more original prints, I don't think. I sort of would like to, but I can't imagine how it could possibly happen.
Yeah.
The river in winter along the rock. So
I think you were just talking about that on the stream a few days
from
ago.
the same source. Falling in the water there. So. Sacrifice for my art.
Yeah. Going for a winter swim. Ghibli, a hot, dust-bearing wind of the North African desert.
So I'm right. I'm remembering this correctly, right?
But Korean says apparently it's an English word, but it's not an English word I've ever encountered outside of the animation studio.
Whatever. The story from Miyazaki-san is it's Italian, and it's something to do with wind / aviation / whatever.
Got it.
Not American lady. It's okay.
Really?
Yeah, we saw him.
How to make your own shark skin from a rather disappointed shark. There's a video. I don't know what that means. But making leather from fish skin.
Well, they're not on the camera anymore because you've moved the camera, so they're safe. Okay.
Yeah.
Can you see them?
What?
Can you see them? I can't see them.
I did. Sorry, I could only see a man. There was a couple. She was reading the door, so she's out of frame. So it's like, isn't this the guy?
Yeah, so well, all day long they get this.
Yeah.
You know that ABC is featuring us now, right?
What was that?
ABC, the rickshaw company.
Mm-hmm.
We're part of the Spiel.
Oh, yes. I remember you saying that they've started stopping here now.
Yeah. They come in from the right-hand side. The first part of the Spiel is all these pictures are, comedians, blah, blah, blah. And it says this while they're moving. Then he parks the rickshaw cart pointing towards our door. And this is, I've heard different guys doing it, so it's now it's in their practiced
It's in the script.
script. A picture of Mario. And so we've become an Asakusa landmark
All right.
poster, so we can't change it now.
Nope.
And the reason I know is every now and then when I'm standing outside leaning on the door, the guy just freaks. Oh my God, today he's there.
Yeah.
Today he's there. And they have me in their script as an American. And I don't really want to quarrel with these guys while they're in front of their customers giving the script. I don't really want to correct them. So I have to remember one of these days, give those guys a call and say, look, thanks for this, but let's correct you day to day. So.
Not American.
That's the same company that's doing those virtual shopping tours. They shop for me. They've been there 3 or 4 times.
Oh, wow.
The guy walks in with a camera.
With a camera.
And it's live streaming. 3 people are sitting on their couch in Arizona. And whatever. And it's shopping. They go in, they look through the thing, they hold it up one by one, and the people in Arizona pick what they want. The guy brings it to the counter, buys it, and out they go.
We have a website.
It's a thing. No, it's not. I mean, it's virtual shopping. Those people didn't ask them to come to Hong Kong. ABC says, here we are, you book us for 1 hour. We'll walk around Saksa going wherever you want to go and looking whatever you want to see. Okay. And if some of the things you want to see, if you want them, we will buy them on your behalf and we'll ship it to you at the end of the session. So it's not anything about Mokuhanga. It's a virtual shopping, virtual tour and plus shopping of Asakusa. And you buy it by the minute. You pay for 30 minutes or 1 hour or whatever you want. The guy goes around with an iPhone on a stick and whatever and does this.
Bizarre to me.
It's been more than once. We've sold a bunch of prints that way. At least 3 episodes that I know of. And maybe more than when I'm not here. Yeah. It's a thing.
So, Ghibli Studios is a Japanese mishearing of a Libyan word of Arabic origin about an Italian plane that means hot wind in English.
Is that the backstory?
That's what it sounds like. Easy.
And then all the tourists come in here and they finish their print run and say, oh yeah, we're booked. We're going to go over to the Ghibli studio.
Yep.
I'm like, okay, but if you ask for directions in Japan, nobody's going to understand what you mean. What do you mean? It's called, here in Japan, it's 3 syllables. It's Djibouti. Djibouti.
Yes.
Djibouti. Practice with me. And they say, what? It's Ghibli. I say, practice with me. 3 syllables. Djibouti. Djibouti.
Not Ghibli. Although, before I could read katakana at the beginning of the videos, it looked like Ghibli to me too.
I'm not shooting him. I'm just pointing out that a lot of foreigners do see it. That's the hard G, soft G.
Yep.
G followed by an I. So does it break down the same way? Half the people say GIF and half say GIF and half say Ghibli, half say Ghibli? I don't know. Is it the same discussion?
Maybe.
The Italian pronunciation then is it a soft G? G. How does Italian work?
I don't know.
Go. G. G de show. I don't know enough about Italian.
Yeah, I don't know either. Oh, wow. The Japanese side got a lot of spam email overnight.
Oh, the Kandi address.
Yeah.
Yeah, is there anything you guys can do about that, or what? And it's all from the same source, it seems.
It's all through one contact form on the website. Can you see what we can do about that?
I don't care. I don't see that stuff.
Yeah.
Whatever. I'm not about to try reprogramming the thing that you guys plugged in there. So
Yeah.
Sort of you're on your own with that. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
It's not like there's any real mail ever coming from it. But,
Yeah.
actually, there is too, right? Now and then a media request or whatever, NHK or something or whatever, right, comes in through there.
Right.
So you have to,
So I usually send those over to you.
yeah. But my point is you can't just toss the box. It's an
Right.
important contact point.
Mm-hmm. Quiet day for the inbox.
So, I know, I'm
mean,
still
so-
testing the subscription software. Went up last night. Oops, nothing. Went up this morning. Nothing. Come on, people. Somebody pay a bill so I can test this. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
is really quiet. The dog days of summer. That's fine. Lots of excuse for us to get opportunity for us to get lots of other work done.
Yes. Videos and things are happening.
Also, because the DC-10 can't happen now, we're waiting for Marco to come through with his
Right.
videos. So I've started another.
Reorder and do 11, call it 10, or something different.
I'm going to do a video about the hidden feature of the portraits prints.
Aha, okay.
Should that be DC series? I don't think so. I think that should just be a little quirky video all by
standalone.
itself.
Yeah.
That's going to be quick and easy to make.
Yeah.
I'll script it up this afternoon. Actually, I've got to catch up on my email. Even after 2 days, there's a bunch of emails. I tried to clean it last night, but all the emails that are waiting were emails that needed lots of attention and thoughtfulness and replies, including a bunch from this Cameron guy.
Yep.
And he's got this idea for a video series, and he wants me to do a half an hour reply to all these things. And whatever. So I
You
just
don't have
let
to write
go.
it out. I just wanted to send it so that we could talk about it.
I understand what was happening here, so I have to look at it. I'm not going to reply to this right now, but I
That's
don't think
totally
that's the
fine.
idea. So,
No.
So,
To make sure we
Yeah.
keep talking about it so we can get it to move forward.
yeah. I've been doing the same thing to you on weekends, right? I send an email that says
For Monday. For
and
Monday.
then from Monday, and then
for
from Monday.
Monday.
So the camera gets you on Monday. There's 27 emails from Dave, none of which are anything important, but they're just reminders that
We need
Cameron,
to talk about this.
please
when you're
remind
here.
me
Yeah.
of this. I'm sort of impolitely using you as a reminder. Actually, that reminds me then.
Uh-oh.
One of the ones that I did send you, which we didn't talk about, like from last Monday or something, the Chugen problem.
Yes.
We have to do
I
that.
still have it marked
So
on
when
myself.
Ishikawa-san, this has to be done in constellation with Ishikawa-san, and maybe Aoyama-san, and that's got to go on that wall calendar,
okay.
which sort of, we're writing
It's
things on it, but we
quiet.
actually don't really use this, so we've got to make
Yeah.
sure we...
and I know since you're going to convert that space into something else, we
how
need
are we
to
gonna
find a
do
new
this?
location
Yes,
for it.
yes.
So Aoyama-san is, what's he doing?
It doesn't need to be that
He's
physically
planning
big,
to
obviously.
make a attack board in the
Office
small office
Yeah,
room, and so we're going to migrate all that over there and
well,
update them. So I've been talking with him about that.
I still, you may disagree, but I still think an analog format for that, and it can also be digital, I don't care, but I still think an analog format for that is more usable. I don't know. You guys might argue. It only makes sense if we look at it. So. Maybe the point being, I know we sent a gift to Suzuki-san this year, and I'm sure I forgot last year or the year before. Yeah. It's a chain of things. She has to remember it. She has to remember to remind me. I have to remember to make a note of it. I have to then actually do the thing. There's just too many points of failure. So I'm going to bring you into it so that you can also fail along with the rest of us.
Perfect. Can join the club. For anyone in the north of the UK, there's a rather nice collection of Japanese woodblock prints on display in the Blackburn Museum. The collection was donated back in the 40s by Robert Edward Hart. I don't know him.
I don't know. What town are we talking about here? In Blackburn? Or?
Yeah, I don't know, but sounds cool. We're getting requests for show and tell.
What time is it?
9:05. Not yet.
Okay, I guess so. No, we got a couple of things. We can do this. Whatever. I have a little bit mixed feelings about the show and tell.
Okay.
And just let me finish this character. I'm halfway through one character, so let me finish this thing. I know something I had thought about a couple of days before. Then yesterday in the shop, a German couple were here, and they picked up a certain print from the stock, brought it to the counter, and it was from that set of Hokusai 49 prints that we bought just last week on auction that I had to pay more than ever before for. It's a set that comes up again and again on the old auctions.
Yeah.
Really heavily published. It was published in the 50s and 60s and 70s, and they sold bajillion sets of it. And now those people who bought it have died, so it's coming back to the market. But the price at wholesale, the auction price, has been going up and up and up and up and up. And last time I had to pay a stunningly high price. And what is going on? This stuff is not worth that much money.
Yeah.
But we need prints for this. So I bit the bullet, and you probably saw the auction. I'm like, Dave, what did you buy? The Royal Crown or something, you know. Anyway, so long story short, I am finding recently that the pressure to buy stuff, the price pressure is going up. We know how it works, supply and demand.
Yeah.
But anyway, so what, I'm getting my story a bit mixed up. The print that the people bought yesterday was from that set of 49 Hokusai prints.
Right.
And some of them are foxed, some of them are damaged. So we can't even consider selling it as a set. The set as a unit is not a practical item of commerce.
Got it.
For a number of reasons. One, because some of the prints are damaged is one reason. Also another reason. Can you over there?
Yeah,
Another reason. That's okay.
smaller.
Because we're doing it both ways. So I can't. The set as a whole is not an item of commerce because some of them are damaged, some are foxed.
Yeah.
What do we do about price? It would be really, really expensive. It would be on the order of $2,000-3,000 for someone to buy, and then it doesn't display. You've got it in your box. You have to open the string, open this, open one, look at it, close it, put it back in folder, open the next one. It doesn't display. It doesn't consume well. So those broken sets, we break them up even farther. We take the prints out of the packaging, the foxing packaging, throw away the fox prints, keep the ones that are okay, and sell them as single items, which people will consume and use as a single item. Now, I've paid hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars for this set, but once you break it up, it means we can sell it for, let's just use a bunch of, I just picked them up off the shelf last night. The German couple took one of them. Here's a bunch of the rest of them.
5,000, 6,000, 8,000, 9,000.
Can we see am I on camera, whatever?
Yeah.
And 5, whatever, 8, 8, 6, 6, 9. Now, this next step, I'm going to say it's a bit of a confession. What we've done is we have bought the whole set, bang, for one price. So, going on that basis then, all the prints, we should put them up in the catalog, in our shop, and they shall be the same price, right?
Yeah.
Take my price, divide it by 49, add my margin, bang, there it goes.
Yeah.
We don't do that because we've learned that in the set, some of the prints are way more popular than others.
Yeah.
For example, this one. This one's not so popular. It's on a reflection of Mount Fuji.
Down a little bit, or I'll make it smaller.
It's intended to show a boat in the sea with a reflection of Mount Fuji, but it's got standard Hokusai stuff, vivid waves, whatever. So this one we price at 5,000 yen. That's a bit lower than I would like to be able to make a profit on the whole thing, but it's okay because what we've done is some of the other ones. Here we are. This is a classic one. I thought we had it at 7,000, and every time we put it in the shop, it disappeared a few minutes later. As soon as somebody sees it, it's gone. Yeah. So again, supply and demand. So we've pushed it. We've pushed it now to 9,000, and that it sits in the shop now for a few days before it sells, and then it sells. The reason this is still here is because I haven't put these out in the
shop yet.
They're going to go out this afternoon into the shop. So we price them, as I said. We price some at 5, some at 7, 6, 8 to 9. It was only one at 9. The rest are 5 to 8. And am I being ethical by spreading the price here? I think so. We're averaging the value of these things. The ones that are not so interesting go to lower price. The ones that are interesting go to higher price. Okay, Cameron, move over to Google Chrome browser here.
Okay.
I should have teed this up.
One desktop.
It's up one desktop. Open a new tab.
Pause that. Okay.
Yeah. And fujiarts.com. It's one word. FUJIARTS.com. No, it's not these guys. This is an okay guy.
It is, but I just remembered the
Viewers,
story.
follow this with us. Go to the website called fujiarts.com. FUGIARTS. Or can you paste the basic, whatever, into the stream? Bingo. And yesterday, the reason I'm going to show you this is because yesterday when we were talking to the German couple, I was talking about this. They said, how do you prices, blah, blah. So we talked about some of these things. And I said, okay, I know there's another guy who's selling the same things. Let's go and have a look at their website. So I was expecting where I'm 5,000. I was thinking he's going to be $60 or something. I'm thinking we're going to be a little bit under this guy because I've seen their website before. Yeah. And I was right. We are under this guy. Go back to the thing, Cameron. Yeah. Over back on the Fuji Arts website, you'll see Edo era, Meiji era, Shinhanga, different genres. Click on the one that says Fine Woodblock Reprints. And it doesn't go, it jumps, go view all. Or go to Hokusai. Go to Hokusai. And scroll down. We see, scroll down. So, okay, here we go. Here we can see some of the ones from this set. What should we got? Keep scrolling slowly till I find the one that we've got here. Is the same one here, Mount Fuji from Sasaki Flowers in a Fog. These are all the same thing here. In the deep snow. That's the deep snow. That's the one that the German couple bought yesterday. Here, Whirlpools. We've got this one. Whirlpools. It's somewhere here. Storm over Fuji. The title's so much because we all make up our own titles. There's Whirlpools. And I priced it high, 8,000 yen, because this is Whirlpools. This is
interesting.
Yeah.
Should I send them a link to this page?
Well, no, just they can go from there. But what else have we got that matches here? What else have we got? Whirlpools. What about the Wave? What's their price on the Wave? We're at 9,000. I pushed it to the top.
Here it is. Fuji at Sea.
Fuji at Sea, they're calling it. Reverse Wave.
Yeah, I hope it says reverse wave. Wow.
Cameron, are we doing something wrong? What's the deal here? I don't know.
And the great wave. Nami.
Yeah, that's a normal Takamisawa reproduction. Look at their price.
Yeah.
It's a common garden. I don't even buy these in the auctions. I pass on them. The Great Wave reproductions. It was millions made, 1960s,
Yeah.
70s, 80s. I don't buy them because I don't want them
Yeah.
going in the shop. Here's the Mocha Hong Kong Great Wave. I don't want the confusion.
Yeah.
So I don't ignore them because they're cheaper and better priced than mine. Look at this. He's selling a common garden Takamisawa Great Wave for how much?
$652.98. Perhaps his copy is older, someone suggests.
No, it's a post-war normal Great Wave. It's nothing. This stuff, it's the same set. These sets, they come up again and again and again and again
You
and again.
sometimes fight with each other for the same
Yeah,
sets.
yeah, we're probably bidding back on behind who it is. And as I said, this particular set I bought, I had to pay more than I've ever had to pay before. Well, he can afford to do that. If he's selling that single one print for more than I've paid for the whole set, then the rest of him, he's free. He's just laughing.
Yeah.
So I don't know. The reason I want to show this is not to show, oh, wow, how cheap we are and how bad he is. He's not a bad dealer, actually. He's a good guy. I know him. He was here a couple of weeks ago. We went out
Nice
for dinner
guy.
together. He's a nice
I've met
guy.
him before too.
And we chatted about this, and we chatted about this very thing, the supply and demand issue, the fact that there's no printers available, and that this is the supply and demand issue. No new stuff coming on the market is now pushing the focus to the antiques.
Yeah.
And the prices at wholesale level are going up and up and up and up and up. And what do I do about it? Do we price what we think is fair, or do we price what the market will bear? And I don't know what to do. There's no way I'm going to sell that print. What is it? There's no way I'm going to, in my
The reverse
wildest
wave one.
dreams, reverse wave, ask somebody to pay $500 for this. Give me a break. I would quit the business first before, period.
Yeah.
Already I thought I was pushing it.
Yeah.
With 9,000 yen. I was really afraid I was pushing it too high. They were still selling at that price,
Yeah.
but I was afraid, Dave. Yeah.
Someone's going upstairs. Is that descending geese too?
The plovers, yeah, whatever. The plovers. So I don't know. I'm confused. I'm not a very good businessman, I think, in the bean counting sense.
Yeah.
I might be a good businessman in that we're still alive here after all these years, 30 years.
Lots of people are involved.
Lots of people are enjoying it. But I don't know. And I'm not sort of teasing everybody, stand by for massive price increases, because we're not going to do this.
Yeah.
But
Add a
crap,
couple zeros.
I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do.
Fuji Arts exposed. Mokuhan Converse Fuji Arts. Watch now only on pay-per-view.
Like I said, Bill's not a bad guy. He's got his own, he's got whatever number of employees, he's doing his own things. And if he can see a market opportunity, maybe he's not a printmaker.
Yeah.
So he's not looking at this as a guy who's carved this and print this and put the paper on, knows how long it takes. He's clearly, and he would say this, I am a businessman, Dave. I'm buying these things in the market. That's what the people will pay for. This is how business works. And he's right, and he's true, and he's honest.
Yeah.
So I'm the idiot here, or not? No, whatever. I'm not. You know what I'm getting at. I'm not saying exposed. If somebody's saying that, this is how the world works. That's how markets work. Mm-hmm. And I'm struggling to integrate what we do here, the people who make this, with how we work in a modern world and a modern market. And I'm struggling to find my feet and how to walk properly and how to move forward and what to do.
Yeah. Fly fish for fun. This is what scares me about buying Japanese woodblock prints. I just don't know what I'm getting. It's best I stay away.
Well, that's the German couple last night. We were talking about this, and we were comparing. When is a commodity item you're buying, a car or soap or whatever, something that many companies make that is out in the market, and the market itself will soon take care of any people who are doing something strange.
Yeah.
The market will take care of that. That's how markets work. Yeah. But when you have a product that the consumers don't know what it's worth, healthcare, you're going to buy your operation for your heart surgery. Yeah. You have no way to compare, no way what to do. You take what they tell you.
Yeah.
But in this case, this is something similar to that.
Yeah.
because there's not enough of a market to be able to compare stuff. So I get it. So under that sense, the providers of the product have a little bit of an advantage because consumers don't know what it's worth. But at the end of the day, they've got their wallets.
They decide what it's
And they decide what it's worth with their wallets. And that's what Bill says to me. Dave, you're not the one deciding. The consumers are the ones deciding. And if that person wants to pay $600 for this and put it in their wallet and be happy, show, look at this, my friends come over to visit and drink wine and look at the print, and they're showing off to their friends, that's the value.
Yeah.
And I'm the idiot who doesn't recognize that. Anyway, this is not all to say, starting next week, new prices will come. We're not going to do that. Our prices will increase to some extent because I am being forced to pay more in the wholesale market by people like Bill Fagan, who are selling it for much more. They can afford to outbid me.
Yeah.
So yes, prices here and there are going to now, well, they're not going to start. They have been for some time on an inexorable climb moving forward. And all I can say for us is that we want to be nice guys. We want people to enjoy our stuff. We have to pay the staff. We have to feed ourselves. We're just going to try and go by normal, basic personal business principles. So we've never, ever charged prices on what the market will bear, and we are not going to start. We're not going to start now. Where it's an obvious point.
Yeah.
Obvious point. Fair enough.
Will that wave print go on the website, or is it in-store only? Someone's interested.
Okay. No, this is the thing. Again, I wasn't sure. We don't put them on the website, and the reason is every time we get it, they're a little bit different. And with our own publications, we put them on the website because the 50 Mario prints we get are all the same. So when you buy one, we just send you another one. We don't have to scan every single time. With the flea market prints, we have to scan each and every time. If we scan this today, Kitasan scans it, puts it up on the website. The next one, because they were made over decades, they're different one by one by one by one by one.
Sometimes totally recarved blocks. And
So exactly, with different colors or careless printing or whatever.
Yeah.
So we have to get it out, scan it, call the girl, for just the 1,500 yen profit or whatever.
Yeah.
And then if we have to put this up today, it's going to be gone in 35 seconds. So it's just not putting it in the shop. It will still sell without the massive overhead of putting it up on the web, even with our custom CMS that we've built.
Yeah.
And also, it makes the experience of coming to our shop really a nice one. People come to our shop, oh my God, I found this great thing at Mokohankan.
Yeah.
We want people to enjoy themselves here and come back next year because, I got the German couple.
Yeah.
They bought a bunch of prints here last year.
Huh.
They were a first week we'd opened up.
Oh,
I didn't
okay.
remember them, but they chatted.
Yeah.
And they said, we were coming back. We got to come back here because we got such neat stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, what they had done, they had bought that Hiroshige geese in front of the moon.
Yeah.
Not knowing much about it, we told them our story.
Yeah.
They had bought it, taken it home. Turns out that it was his mother-in-law or her mother-in-law, I forget, had made prints in college. She knew something about this. She came in their house to visit one day. Oh my God, you've got a real Japanese. And she knew it was real, not a photocopy. And she praised them. And they're so... And they were happy because
we got something
by the version of this expert in their family who knew what this was about. So they came back here a year later, put it on their stop to come in here and found another nice little item.
Cool.
Happy for them, wonderful for them. The happiness spreads all over the place. We make our profit. I can pay the rent. We eat. You feed your kid.
Yep.
Away we go. What else is there? What else is there? We're saving. We're putting money in the bank. We're doing okay. We're not just scrabbling at the edge of the cliff falling off any minute.
Yeah.
At these prices and at this level of business, we are still doing okay.
Mm-hmm. John Becker jumps into Bill Fagan's defense. He says, he sold me a complete 1930s reproduction of Hiroshige's 53 Station of the Tokaido for $1,250 in 2002. He could have sold it easily for twice that if he had broken it up. So he's making money, but he's not gouging us.
I hope nothing I'm saying. Bill Fagan is not a bad man. He's got a different approach to this.
Yeah.
And we talked about this when we were eating dinner 2 weeks ago. We said, Dave, I'm a businessman. He said, I don't make prints. I don't like prints. I'm a businessman.
I don't like prints.
No, whatever. His point is he's not in it for the love of the prints.
Right.
And it's not a hostile discussion.
Right.
So... And he's feeding his own family and his employees. And I don't know the name of his employee's kid, but the same thing.
Yeah.
They're feeding their kids. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's not some evil man. He's just working in a different view of the market than I have. And as the world turns and as the way things work, I'm the guy who is the one who has not got this right. No, really, really, really.
Yeah.
So please, nothing. I don't. Bill may see this next week, whatever. Hello, Bill. How you doing? Whatever. Yeah. It's easy for me to show this because it makes me look good right now. People are going to look on us to buy that, but that's just a temporary aberration.
Yeah.
prices all across the board now are going to be going up.
Yeah.
So this is not any sense to show, look at this evil place and look how good we are. You know?
Yeah.
I'm confused about what to do here. I don't know. As I said, we've half joked about this at Hong Kong here. I don't want to be Shacho. I don't want to be the boss. He's heard me say this.
Just yesterday we talked
So
about it.
whatever. Somebody else please be the boss. I want to sit in the carving bench and carve and make some funny videos and greet people when they come in because it's really nice. It's fun to take selfies together and all that stuff. But I don't want to be the guy making these decisions and all that stuff. That's the part I'm not good at. You know? Wow. But if a bean counter was running the place, it wouldn't be the kind of place that I would want to work for. You know, if it was strictly bean counting. You know? How do we resolve that sort of paradox? Sorry, thanks.
Vivid KP. I was gifted a book in English and Japanese showing production of the 53 stations in glass. So they're not woodblock prints, but they're using those woodblock print designs. That some of the pieces are tiles and some are in the form of vessels and things. What an interesting
Showing
project.
the production process. I'm not sure what you mean.
I guess how they turned those 53 print station designs into glass form. I don't know.
I mean, they're iconic images as part of the world artistic heritage. You know, there's no copyright in them anymore, of course. So, and the Hiroshige Tokaido prints and the Hokusai Mount Fuji series and stuff, they're an important part of world artistic heritage. You know, they are honored sometimes, and they are misused and abused sometimes, and parodied, and you name it.
It's not the production process, the finished pieces. It's an art book, she says. Interesting.
But you listen to that story from Karen, that somebody overseas and it gets us, and then you and I have that experience of walking across the street, the guy with the restaurant, to talk about the Hiroshige print.
Oh.
And not only did he not know the word Hiroshige, the baka burger represent, right? And not only did they not know the word Hiroshige, they didn't know what the word ukiyo meant. I'm like, okay, this is young Japanese people. So this is great. The world has taken over. It was born here, but it now belongs to all human culture. And this is just so cool. Lots of Japanese people still don't get that. They don't understand what's happened here. But it's a fait accompli. It's a done deal. The world has taken this stuff for its own and is reading it and drinking it and honoring it and buying it and selling it and making it. It's just such a cool thing to have happened. There is no longer any remote question of cultural appropriation. Ukiyo prints, Japanese print, making those designs, they belong to all culture now.
You're getting to the last few rows or columns.
We're getting there bit by bit, So soon we're going to have to work out some more test printing and get this thing into the market. If I can figure out what to do about the hair block, So we're getting there. After years and years of work, we're getting closer, Cameron, huh?
Yep.
People still keep asking me when, and I'm sorry, I'm not going to make any comment on that. When it's done. There's still so many things interrupting. Also, we were chatting about this before you came. The kimono shop next door. I came back from my walk last night. Instead of doing email, I was going for a walk and relax. And there was a big delivery truck parked outside of the kimono shop. Like they were parked in front of our shop. Whatever, nighttime doesn't matter. Big deal. They've moved our cones and parked up half on the sidewalk. And there's also a similar truck had been there the night before. I'm thinking, are they moving out? Is this a midnight? In fact, one of the girls, 2 nights ago, the girls were doing this. And I said, hey, what's this? In Japanese, yonige. During the middle of the night, you put stuff in the truck and you drive away instead of paying your rent. So to see a truck parked outside in the middle of the night, this tenant is running away. So. And she laughed, no. And she didn't say any more. But I realized it's the fireworks festival. Tomorrow night is Sumida Fireworks. And I remember from last year, these guys go It's their biggest day of the year, starting at whatever time, 3 o'clock in the morning or something. I don't even know what time it starts.
Yeah.
People come, rent their yukata kimono for the day with their little bag and get up. And they traipse around all day, watch the fireworks, and then do a late night drop off or early morning drop off.
Got it.
And 2 nights in a row, the delivery trucks have been bringing boxes and boxes
More
and boxes.
yukata.
I guess it's just more kimonos and shoes and geta and underwear, you name it, whatever they need for this stuff.
Wow.
And yeah, I remember that. It's their biggest part of the year. And the weather forecast this year, they've obviously seen the weather forecast is perfect for tomorrow.
Okay.
So they've obviously ramped up their purchasing and away they go. So just for warning, Saturday, you will not be able to get into our shop Saturday.
Yeah.
The lineups for people waiting to get into the kimono
Hi,
shop.
Simon.
Shiba-san, good morning. Hello. And I'm not joking about it. It's going to be chaos.
Yeah.
They must have extra staff and just people lined up and get in and get changed and get out of here. Next person, hi next.
Yeah. What's the holiday commemorating? What are we celebrating? People are asking.
Holidays, no holidays. It's the fireworks festival.
Yeah.
Most communities in Japan, many communities in Japan, of any means, have a summer fireworks festival.
Yep. Just some weekend during the summer.
Yeah, and this is one of the most famous ones, iconic ones. It closed down for a while during the war, and I think there was 1 year. There was an accident, somebody got hurt, and so it was cancelled the next year. I don't remember the exact detail, but well, this is one of Japan's most iconic festivals. You can't, unfortunately, get anywhere near it because of the crowds.
Yeah.
We can see part of it from our rooftop.
Yeah. Tanabata, it's not Tanabata. Tanabata was
It's not.
July
I
7th.
mean, that's another summer event.
Yeah.
That's a more of a folk festival.
Hanabi Taikai.
This is just to make noise.
Yep.
Make noise and spend money and show off how rich you are. And as part of the festival, the money for the actual explosive devices comes from companies, sponsors.
And I don't know if they do it here, but the one
Yes.
time I went to a really big one
They
before,
announce, of course, they have a program, they announce, of course, down on
this
the
next-
action, yes. This next one is
this
sponsored by
next
Mokohanga. We're not by
Ohayou gozaimasu.
Mateo-san mo. Soka, okay. Oh, great. No parties in 5 people. Oh, no. Who's this now? Hosono-san?
Shiba-san.
I'd like to talk to those 2 today.
Will we get a rooftop stream, they're asking. Since we showed it once before.
We tried to do it, and we just couldn't get focusing and stuff to work.
Yeah.
You can't focus on something.
Right, all these cameras are autofocus
Disaster.
only, aren't they?
Well, the Canon manual focus. So that's the problem. We couldn't get these things to work manual. We tried this last year, and it was just an out of focus disaster.
As soon as they got the sparks into focus,
Yeah.
they faded and were gone.
No, I don't think I will try that. Really, I don't know. I don't think so. It means I spend all my evening then just wrestling with that and struggling. I would just like to just relax with this. I'm sorry. So, I think other places are streaming it. If you Google around, professional people are streaming this.
Yeah.
I think from a real viewpoint near the actual event itself.
Yeah.
We're so far away, we see nothing but a blur over a couple of rooftops. So no, I don't think I'll be trying that this time. Sorry.
Okay. Did you include Firework Festival at the end of one of the Doi Hanga videos? They're saying you may have included.
Did we? Is that a question or a statement?
Yeah.
Possible. I don't remember. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I may have tried to film some of it before
Yeah.
we were streaming, I think.
Yeah.
We may have tried to film a bit of it
Yeah.
without success, because that's the Canon camera that you can set to manual
Right.
focus. But I can't connect that to this USB port.
Yeah.
So
It doesn't have an HDMI out or anything.
I don't remember. It didn't. I don't remember going back. We have
Okay,
tried and failed and tried to fail.
Yeah.
So please, no stream for
Yep.
that. I just
No. Have a nice, quiet evening.
or whatever, quite chaotic evening.
Yeah. An evening to yourself, I guess. It is exactly 9:30.
Okay, time to wrap this up then. Good. I'll need your help at sorting out some work here today.
Okay.
'Cause I don't have enough work for these people today.
Okay.
No parties. So.
We've done all the repackaging we talked about yesterday, and since we had staff with quiet time,
Yeah.
they did all that for us yesterday.
Okay. All right, here we go then. Good.
See what else we can find.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, thanks. Yeah, this is Friday, so what's going to be happening, Cameron Sam?
See you again Monday.
See you Monday. Monday should be a normal. You made that so small. It's okay. Can you see
Oh
it?
yeah, I've changed a couple times.
Yeah, sorry. So we'll be, as far as I can tell, there's no longer any hardware issues. My laptop is back and up and running, as it should do. Monday we'll be here with a stream, probably carving this. See what else comes up.
Yeah.
Actually, there is. I have more show and tell, an old-fashioned show and tell.
Okay.
I didn't add it today because I'm not quite sure what it is. Doysan's coming today, and he will help me learn what it is. So we'll have a Monday stream with Cameron with some old show and tell.
Sounds
Till
good.
then, thank you very much. Thanks for tuning in, guys. See you next time.